Alexa, what's the time?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Useless. Anyway, welcome once again to another edition of this Box-R-Cyz melodeon tutorial video series thingy. If you've not seen the others before, I suggest having a look at those first. But if you're well up to date with it all, then I have another one for you. Now this is one that is based on an exercise I came up with a few months ago called Rising Beast. This one seems very straightforward, and actually I put it on YouTube, Facebook a little while back and challenged a few people to have a go with it, but didn't really get much of a response either way, so I don't know whether it was too much or too easy. You'll have to decide. So what we have for this one is a simple pattern, a simple riff, whatever you want to call it, that we play once and then we repeat over and over in different ways. So this one starts out with this pattern, which is going to sound like this. We have a little bit of a scale, followed by that octave jump at the end. And as you may have seen then, I'm starting off on G, and that's all very straightforward to play that little bit. What we then do though is then move up one note. So along our diatonic melodeon keyboard on this one row, we start out on G, so the next note up is going to be A, and then we do all the notes move up one slot as well, if you like. So it's going to sound like this, the same pattern. Then we do it again. We start on the B, move everything all along one note, and it's going to be like this. Then C, from C. And then from D, another note up. There you go. You guessed it, from E. Then F sharp. And then finally back to G, but at the top of the scale. Phew. So that was it in slow motion, if you like. The real challenge though is to do it with the metronome on perfectly all the way up without messing it up. So let's see what we can do here. Okay then, let's do this properly. We're going to play Rising Beast from beginning to end with the metronome. And I've set this one at about 112. So if I set that down and set it off, we'll see how it goes. Just like that. Right, so that was it, Rising Beast. You'll notice there that I did a cut in the camera so I could zoom in a bit and make things clearer. Now, the cynical amongst you may be thinking that I did that for another reason, so that I'd get multiple choice chances of getting it right without it messing the video up. Would I do such a thing? well, if I was going to do that, I wouldn't admit to it, would I? So maybe I did it once, maybe I did it 5 times, maybe I did it 100 times before I got a clean cut, but you'll never know. How about that? Of course, I could just do it again now. And all of that, but that will be showing off, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, that's Rising Beast for you. If you enjoyed that one, it's a challenge, and you may wonder, well, is it really worth working at that? Well, my thoughts on this particular one are that this is a very good exercise for training your brain to think about what notes you're playing and where you are on the keyboard, and to stay conscious of that all of the time. It's very easy with melodeons to get in the habit of going into autopilot, figuring out what you're playing and just letting your fingers go ahead and just use muscle memory to do what you're doing. And that's all very well and it's useful to a point, but sometimes you've really got to be able to think about what you're really playing, because that's going to help you when you're adding other bits in and making variations and so on. So I think that this exercise is a very good way of forcing you to think about what you're doing, because I rather suspect muscle memory is just going to be too difficult. It's never going to work out. You really need to think. So that's the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I suspect maybe it's a big challenge, but maybe it was easy. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll put my thinking cap on again and see what we can come up with for the next one. I've got an idea. It should be good. Here we go. See you later. Okay, just a quick bit of bonus footage for you. As you can see, I've changed instruments. This one has got a fairly quick response to it, so that should set me up for a little challenge. I've got here the metronome again, and this time I've set it up for 170 beats a minute, which is super fast. So can I do Rising Beast at that speed? Is it humanly possible? I don't really know, but we'll try it. Oh boy, there we go. Put it on a surface and get it going. Oh, that sounds crazy. Here we go. 1, 2,